I'm Al Pasquale, co-founder of Breach Clarity. And if you're anything like me, you order food to your house a lot. Now, if you use Chowbus, odds are you received a notification pretty recently that your information's been compromised. That's not unusual. On average, a consumer receives 2 notifications a year. What is unusual is that Chowbus victims receive the notification from the criminal. So given the circumstances, we thought it would make sense to talk a bit about what this all means for affected consumers. Now, there were about 4,000 plus restaurants affected, as well as 800,000 or so consumers. For the consumer, we're rating this breach a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10. That's the breach clarity score. We're rating it that way because there was a limited amount of information compromised, personal information. Now, restaurants were also affected. The data that was released in this case was information on things like commission rates. So knowing the type of information that was compromised, as well as the channel by which people are being notified, it leads us to question where this is all headed and who's responsible. Now, if it was a ransomware gang, and we have seen behavior, quite a bit of behavior this year, that could indicate that a ransomware gang is involved. What we've seen is that ransomware gangs will take bits and pieces of information that they've gotten from organizations they've compromised and share that information publicly to prove that they have access to the data and to embarrass that breached organization so they'll pay a ransom. Now, given that Chowbus just raised more than $30 million, that's entirely possible. But this could also be an insider, reaching out to users, sharing information about the relationship between restaurants and Chowbus. It could be someone who's simply disgruntled. Now, regardless, right now, there has been personal information lost. It's exposed, it's out there to find. And so what that means for affected users is that they need to take steps to protect themselves. Now, the first thing all breach victims should do is go to breachclarity.com, type in the name of the breach, in this case, Chowbus, to learn about what was compromised and what to do. Now, I think top of my list would be to watch out for social engineering. Criminals know that you're in the Chowbus breach, and they may use that specific information to manipulate you. So be on the lookout. I guess the other thing I would say is, keep an eye out for changes in the situation. If you come back to breachclarity.com on a pretty regular basis, you can check in on the breach, any breach, and see what's changed. Has the score gone up or down? Have your risks changed? Have the actions you need to take to protect yourself changed? And I guess finally, what I would say, just given all the struggles that local restaurants have had lately, we don't want to let the bad guys win this one, right? So definitely protect your information, but support your local restaurants too. It's really important. I'm Al Pasquale with Breach Clarity. Check back in on our YouTube channel from time to time as we talk about new breaches affecting your identity and your accounts. We're only here to help. We want to support you. And anytime you can run a search for free at breachclarity.com. Thanks.